What's going on, everybody? This is an episode from the No Gimmicks Needed Wrestling podcast. Do you like podcasts and you want to see the full podcast? Make sure you check out the No Gimmicks Needed Wrestling podcast on all your podcast platforms, such as Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio, among many others. But you're listening to the episode right here on YouTube, so make sure you hit that like button and below, and make sure you hit the subscribe button to NC Studios and NC Level Up for all your gaming needs. This is the Nerd Coalition. Enjoy the show. So today, WWE got a new signee, and
this is the real reason why everybody got fired. We had to make cap space for the hottest free agent in the business.
That's basically what it was. That's basically what it was. Because
I know I knew that term, cap space. Did y'all?
Yeah, boy, you've been learning. You've been learning. He probably you heard about it.
He learned that from Jerry Buss himself.
I got my idea. Hey, dog. This man out here learning. So, JADE CARGILL officially signed with WWE today. As y'all listening to this, it's obviously yesterday. But JADE CARGILL officially signed with WWE. That's amazing. I'm happy for her. I am a huge fan. Y'all know from the reviews alone, from our personal chat, when we be talking to each other, y'all know I love me some JADE CARGILL.
Mm-hmm.
I was on that Dizzy bitch train since Brady came out there and cursed her out, and they had that mix of her and Shaq went against Cody and Red Velvet. And I was a huge fan of the original baddies. Sorry, Layla Gray. I know you gave a little heartfelt message. I didn't give a fuck what Layla Gray had to say. Red Velvet and Kara Hogan, when they was the baddies, when they was red and blue, and she was bruh, that group got over in AEW, big time, because everybody in the back was trying to take pictures with the baddies, and I was like, yeah, that whole baddie section, I was feeling it.
Mm-hmm.
And just like I said, just in case they want to do that in WWE, I got two people in mind. They can just pull them from the metaphor and just put them right there with JADE CARGILL. And yeah, I'm with it.
Or they could just pick some people from NXT that ain't debuted yet, because they got some people that could be a part of the section too. Something like that. That would work.
Yeah, but they got
I'm gonna tell you right now. My hot prediction, only because I just seen them interact on Twitter, she finna see Bayley first.
Oh
man. Okay, so here's the biggest debate now. What happens with JADE CARGILL? When does she, in your opinion, when does she debut? And how do you think it's going to take off? Or how would you want to see it take off?
Yeah, I would say, like I said, Rumble, win, Mania. That's what I said.
I'm with Prom, but the way they moving, and this is the thing, yo. This is another reason why, like, WWE fans, not everybody, but that particular section, there's a particular section of online fans that do not like seeing the women shine. Because somebody said, when's the last time y'all seen a rollout like this? And everybody's saying Cody. That is a lie. That's a blatant, bold-faced lie. All right? Cody did not get no rollout like this. We waited till Mania. The ink ain't even dry. WWE was posting her. Here comes JADE CARGILL to the Performance Center. That she got a photo shoot at the Performance Center. Who gets photo shoots at the Performance Center without the gray shirt on?
Ooh,
JADE CARGILL, that's who. Stop lying. Cody Rhodes did not get a rollout like this. He's getting one now because we all know he about to win that title in Philly. So they got him on this press tour, but he ain't getting no rollout like this, yo. They are Jetpack is fueled and ready to go.
I would say it definitely means a lot because they gave the story to ESPN to break, not like Yahoo Japan or what. They gave it to ESPN.
They gave it straight to ESPN.
Straight to ESPN.
She was the number one trending on all the Twitter, so I'm like, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, what?
Now I do agree with what y'all was saying, because even while I just typed it in right now, all over WWE's Twitter account. She's like the top 4 tweets of the day. Okay, so she's obviously a big deal, but I still think she need work.
Hey, I'm fine with that.
No, and I understand what y'all saying. I understand what everybody else is saying, but I'm saying I'm not. Look, even if, because I'm like, Becky Lynch made a comment the other day was on Raw after she won against Natty. She's like, I was looking for somebody new, right, to challenge her for this NXT championship. I don't see why not. You can have Jade Cargill come on Raw, beat Becky Lynch for that championship, and that way you give her the main roster exposure, because if you watch AEW, you know who Jade Cargill is, and she beats Becky Lynch, a top superstar in WWE. You win a championship on Raw. But it's the NXT Women's Championship, so you have to be in NXT anyway to defend. But that actually helps get some more eyes on NXT to get Jade Cargill down there, which is something I
don't think so.
Listen, I'm just saying, and then have them down there, and she can just have for a couple months, and then come back up to the main roster. Bruh, Prime, you are one of the people who always be saying, you know, women that got star power but can't wrestle. Or just can't do good. Shit, does Nia Jax have a name? I mean, before Nia Jax was going off The Rock's cousin. But look at Nia Jax. And Nia Jax got caught up way too early. Then when the shit don't work out like it's supposed to, everybody say she need to go back down to NXT. People are living in the now. You gotta live in what the reality is. And Jay got superstar potential. All the talk is going around, but listen. Everybody almost on that roster is leaps and bounds ahead of Jade in ring wise.
And?
What you mean, and?
Bro, okay. Let's just be honest with you. You flip and look on TV and you see Jade. What you gonna do? You gonna stop? You gonna stop and watch, right?
You said what am I gonna do if I see Jade?
Yes, flipping through.
Yes, I'm gonna stop and watch.
All right, okay, that's all you need to know. That's all you need to know.
So you will stop.
She can build around her character. Should be like that chick or the baddies. She can build around that and have more character work than in-ring work. So you don't have to necessarily be the top person. You can be the big star in other ways than just having the best in-ring work. Well, she do need work, yes, but I don't think she goes to NXT. They're not gonna give her this full rollout, this whole thing. Triple H with the point and ESPN. They're not breaking no ESPN story for no NXT person.
Did they do it for Cody?
I don't even think Gable Stevenson got any of this.
No. I agree with y'all, but I was just saying. But look at what they're doing.
You ain't agreeing hard enough. It's like no.
I agree hard enough. Look at what they're doing with NXT now. Corbin.
Yeah, NXT not the main roster.
No, listen to what I'm saying. Corbin, Becky, or at one point Ali, and all those, and Dana Brooke at that point, there was a main roster of people down there to help build up NXT. When Becky came down,
I don't think it's to build up NXT.
I'm saying when Becky,
I'm saying you know what it's for.
Who's it for?
For the contract, so they can get more, so they can get the new deal.
Yeah, okay, that's what I'm saying. But you got to put eyes on it. When Becky came down there and beat Tiffany Stratton, which shouldn't have happened, but beat Tiffany Stratton for a championship, that alone got NXT to 1 million views. People watching, they ain't never been there. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying Jade Cargill got to stay in NXT. I'm not even saying she only has to be on NXT. I just said she can come to Raw, win the championship on Raw, the flagship show. You beat the top person in Becky. What is so hard about that?
Because in NXT, you will eventually have to lose the belt.
Asuka never lost the belt.
Because she got injured.
No, Asuka gave up the belt. Remember, Asuka never lost, and
she got injured. That's why she gave up the belt.
Say what?
She got injured. That's why she gave up the belt.
But she got to the main roster. Why can't Jade give up the belt?
Roster when she did. Why? Because you really want to see her just give up the belt?
So she has to. Okay, I have no. If she gonna give up the belt at NXT because there's no competition down there, which is like wrong. You sit there saying it's better than seeing her lose. Because here's the thing. WWE don't like streaks. You see what happens when the streak gets too long. Other than Asuka was NXT, that's Triple H thing. WWE main roster don't like streaks like that. When it gets too out of hand, they kill it. All right. Now I'm sitting there saying you're sitting there saying, "Hey, she can work with all these people." You don't even like. Do you like Nia Jax's work?
No.
I'm not saying that Jada's on the level of Nia Jax. She's not. But I'm saying, she's not on Bianca, Rhea, Bayley.
She don't have to be, but I'm saying like
she kind of do, bruh.
If she's on the main roster, I'm just saying she's more. She can take a loss rather than NXT, where she's supposed to be this big dominant person.
She can't take a loss. Not just coming in.
I'm just saying, in general, she will be able to be okay with a loss on the main roster. Where NXT, she's quote unquote too big for NXT, but she loses kind of like.
It's like if she wins the Rumble, then it's like okay, that gives her. So we're at the end of September. That gives her 1, 2, 3 almost 4 months to get ready.
Mm-hmm.
I think she can get ready in that time. If they work her in the Performance Center and they work her into some dark matches, because NXT is on the road, and just to get them reps in, I think she can be ready to win the Rumble and go on to face. But I don't see WWE pulling the trigger on her and Bianca at 40.
No, I don't think Bianca. It'll probably be like somebody else.
But I don't see.
I do see her fighting for the title, though.
Yeah, but But here's the thing. Right now, the champions are, as they stand, Rhea and Io. Io may not have that belt to Mania, but Rhea is. She ain't beating Rhea.
I mean, it would
she's
make a
not
statement,
beating
wouldn't
Rhea.
Wouldn't it make a statement?
You said what?
Wouldn't it make a statement?
It wouldn't make a statement to beat Becky Lynch neither?
Not for NXT title,
no NXT title.
Yeah.
Y'all say, so why the hell?
Bro, we don't even believe Becky as the NXT Women's Champion. Like, that's not what we
don't believe, but them numbers don't lie. Them numbers don't lie. They're going to go.
What you think gonna happen?
Okay.
What you think gonna happen if she beat Rhea?
Guess who the members of NXT didn't take from my TV? They didn't take from my TV. So
you said guess what numbers is what?
Guess what of those million numbers TV they didn't take from, and that was my TV. My TV ain't turned on NXT in a long time.
Yeah, but guys, y'all know we not the majority. They don't care about our numbers since we ain't been watching NXT. But they care about.
Bro, do you see this rollout she getting, and you think she going straight? Like,
I did not say y'all got to.
That's not what I meant to say. But
okay, I'm about to say y'all got to. People, y'all got to be real with yourselves here. Okay, we live in the now. One thing people don't want to do is be honest with themselves. And let me tell you something. If Jade comes in and she gets the red carpet, and y'all want her to go right into a feud, let's just say she goes in there with Bayley, and Jade goes in there and she gets out wrestled, almost exposed. I'm not saying that's going to happen, because Jade is a lot better than she was when she first was in the ring. A lot better. But I'm just saying, if there's, because these women out here can get put on 20-minute matches. Okay? And I'm not going to feed a top woman of mine to Jade in 6 minutes. I'm not doing that. I would just make her beat. For all that, I make her beat Natty.
Question.
Okay.
And I know this is probably a different scenario, but when Ronda came in, obviously she's already a big star. When she came in, you don't think she was exposed sometimes and didn't have to work her way back? The first run. I'm not talking the first run.
Okay. Whew. All right. So if you're talking about the first one, Ronda was almost like. First of all, please don't twist my words. Ronda was almost like a Kurt Angle. Ronda picked up on that stuff very fast, kind of like Bianca did.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Ronda and even Bianca, when they first came in, they picked up on that. Jade has been wrestling in AEW since AEW started, correct?
I probably wouldn't have used Ronda as
not since it started.
I would have used Bianca as the example versus Ronda.
I'm about to say
the wrestlers and jiu-jitsu people can translate over.
Jade been wrestling there since 2020, right?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. So because AEW started 2019, 2020, Jade was wrestling for AEW, and she was rough. And granted, as the time's going by, she's got a little bit better. Her working with Bryan Danielson really helped out a lot, and she has the Jade today is way better than the Jade we seen back then. But even with that being said, she still needs work in the ring for her to even. One of her best matches, her and Chris Statlander on Rampage was actually pretty good. She got the look. She got the beauty. She just got everything. She just needs to put it together in a complete package, and I want my sister to succeed. But I don't want to get all caught up in the aura of Jade Cargill and understand that she is coming to WWE. Alright? This is not Impact. This is not AEW. This is WWE. They're going to make her work because they got the WWE style. Let's do it this way. Bianca Belair has a great match with Bayley inside Hell in a Cell, right? That was about a 20-minute match. Take Bianca out that match and put Jade in. Can Jade have that same match that her and Bayley had? I use that as an example because that was one of the better women's Hell in a Cell matches. I'm asking y'all.
First of all, why would you put Jade in the Hell in a Cell match?
The same reason why. Okay, I'm saying the same reason why you don't put Jade in anything else. Okay, you don't want that one. Let's do.
Yeah, but she's not jumping in, going straight to Hell in a Cell.
Okay, well let's do Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch, right? At WrestleMania. Take Bianca Belair out of that WrestleMania 30. I want to say, what was it, 38? Yeah, WrestleMania 38 match with Becky Lynch. That was one of the best matches on that card. And put Jade Cargill in there. Are they having the same match? Can Jade even go that long? I'm asking y'all a legit question.
I will say, Jade matches don't need to be 20 minutes.
No, but I see what he's saying though, because
that's the WWE style.
Yeah. She's gonna get in these 20-minute matches.
Look,
she will eventually.
Because, like I said, if they're gonna shoot her, they're not gonna. I don't think they're gonna Cody. Shoot, I don't know. They might Cody Rhodes.
Here's the thing. WWE has a style, but people don't really realize it's hard to cut. Jericho has said this in many interviews with how the different styles from WCW to WWE. RVD has said the same thing, especially when it comes to the ring, of how WWE uses a different ring than a lot of other wrestling companies did, because come from ECW, how the ring was different. They have a certain style that they produce in their wrestling matches. No matter why, do you think Goldberg sucked the first time? When Goldberg, well, that too. But Goldberg could not translate from the WCW style to the WWE style, and he got in his head because certain people was talking in his ear. I ain't gonna say no names, but people was talking in his ear, and Goldberg felt as though that he shouldn't be taking on people like Goldust or Stevie Richards. He's above that. But that's
he's not wrong.
He's not wrong, but that's how WWE books their things. You got to get the jobbers out the way before you just go out there and just beat big guys. Because who was a little bit winded come that Backlash match with The Rock? Do you not remember that match?
I don't think I was here for that.
2003, when Goldberg first came into WWE, his first program was against The Rock. And The Rock put him over, but then Goldberg was just like, hey, 15 minutes, bro. You know, I passed my limit. And I'm not saying Jade can't go 20 minutes, but I'm saying, but eventually, if you're going to... Jade, if she's having a WrestleMania match with one of their top women at WrestleMania 40, like you just said, Rhea, WWE's style is you're going to go 20 minutes. If you're going to, in the Women's Royal Rumble, Jade is not going to be number 1. She'll probably be number 30. But still, if they're going to say, hey, well, we're going to do Jade versus Rhea, I'm not saying that's going to happen. There's no way she's beating Rhea in 6 minutes. She's not. Because you're talking about putting a rocket to her back. That would instantly turn everybody against Jade if she did that. You got to understand how the fans is going to be working on this also. The fans ain't stupid. I mean, their opinions is crazy sometimes as hell, but I'm just saying, okay. Not in that stupid how because sometimes
no, I get it. I'm with you.
Yeah, but here's the thing. We already know the work Rhea can do. We see Rhea for years. Some people seen Jade in AEW, some people haven't. And if Jade is not sitting there and responding to the point, like if her matches don't deliver to the point, like there's no way Rhea gonna lose to this, or Jade can't go out there and put on a 20-minute classic, or just putting a 15-minute matchup. She gonna have to learn how to do that if she's gonna be on Mania. Period. You have, because if this Jade Cargill, for some people just don't know, come out there and beat Rhea, who has just been this booked a white hot performer since she won the damn thing. That's not going to do any favors for Jade. It's not going to do any favors for her at all. Because if that was the case, it would have did some favors for Ronda. It did. Remember, they turned on Ronda in that Charlotte match against Charlotte of all people. You could that should tell you something. Ronda was a babyface leader all but to that Survivor Series match when she was supposed to go up against Becky. Becky got fucked up, and then they went to get Charlotte. And y'all know how people do not like Charlotte. Charlotte in the bank, you know, Charlotte Women's Champion. People have problems with Charlotte, and they turned on Ronda against Charlotte. That should tell you something. That's what I'm saying. If it would be best to kind of like help get her the reps. There's nothing wrong with beating Becky on Raw and being on Raw and NXT. There's nothing wrong with that. That way she can get the reps that she needs, but she can be being seen on Raw and on NXT. And just in case, if you're trying to get another baddies going on, all the baddies is in NXT right now. Ain't no baddies on Raw or SmackDown.
You said ain't no baddies on NXT.
I said all the baddies on NXT.
Oh, all the baddies. Yo, all the baddies is on NXT.
All the baddies is on NXT right now. All them, and I'm not saying we ain't got a beautiful woman, but I'm saying, but that ain't no baddie, okay?
Hey, yo, chill out.
Okay, I'm sorry. You know, that's not the way it is. Zelina Vega's busy right now. She don't need to be up under Jade Cargill. But I'm saying, but right now, that is how you can get some. That's why they didn't bring up Carmelo Hayes just, yet. Because Carmelo Hayes could have been up on the main roster. And guess what? He had main roster matches with Finn Balor. They feuded for a little bit to get people kind of acclimated to who Carmelo Hayes is. So when he comes up, because see, that's the same shit that happened with Braun Breaker. Everybody thought he should have been up right now. They're like, I don't think he ready just yet. Because fans weren't responding to him at all when he was on Raw. And they, even with the whole Dolph Ziggler thing, and they got a little exposure to him, like, we ain't liking these reactions. Let's keep him here. That's what all NXT's about. And I agree with you 1,000% if NXT was still stuck on the network or you couldn't see it on primetime, on television. But now you got the shit on USA. They promoted all these. And Dragon Lee was just on Raw, had a great match with Dominic yesterday.
Yeah, so
Dragon Lee.
Game went to commercial.
I said what?
I say, yeah, I saw when the game went to commercial.
With a good shit. But Dragon Lee ended up having a good match, and he got respond because of what he did in the ring. You do have to understand all this red carpet stuff, but a lot of people don't. There are some people in that audience that don't know who Jade Cargill is, who just don't watch AEW. So you got to sell them on that. That's all I'm saying. Everybody has come at me and saying, "What the hell am I talking about?" Even on some of the shorts, like, man, what do you talk? Even I was talking about Jade Cargill, about to sign with WWE last time we talked about on last week's a couple weeks ago podcast, and I'm like, I'm not losing my people. I'm just saying I try. I'm not always successful. I just try not to live in the now. Shit, if it was up to me, I'm like, you damn right I'll bring Jade in here. I'll sit there and had the baddie section, and she just sit there and win a championship, and she just go one rampant and beat up Damage Control because I don't like that group anymore. And I'd rather be on the bad section. But then on the flip side of it is like, bro, I'm just setting my sister up for failure. I'm saying it because I do not want Jade to fail.
Right.
I want sis to succeed big time. And all the opportunities, I'm like, where she stayed at in AEW, okay, Tony Khan gave her the undefeated streak, he gave her a name. But now WWE, I want to give her that superstar status. That's what I want for her. That's all I'm saying.